Hi. Hey. So in this video, I want to show you how you can create pretty realistic materials with Max. So what is a material? A material is basically has all these certain properties. Like, take for example, metal, any kind of metal, silver, whatever. If it's completely polished, then it will reflect the surroundings. You can see your face, you can see whatever is in the environment. Or if you take like a highway sunset, I hope, yeah. So what you can see here is the sun is reflecting almost its direct light straight into the lens, but not everywhere. And it sort of has a certain noisy pattern to it, which is created by tires and everything, and by dirt. And yeah, you can see it. Yeah, fuck. It's still pretty much the same picture. Right, so yeah, it reflects in a certain way. The light reflects in a certain way, and every material has color, basically. So if you have I don't know, a red car, it will reflect the surroundings. It will only reflect light in a certain way, but it will also have like a red color. So you can kind of maybe already tell where I'm going with this. You need to tell Jitter.material, which we are going to be using to create these materials. You need to tell them, like, hey, what's the color? What's the specular? The specular is basically how the light directly reflects onto the material into your eyes. And you can give a map, so it doesn't reflect evenly, but it's sort of like, it has a pattern. So you tell the material how bumpy the material should be. Like, no material ever is completely flat. There's always like a sort of bumpiness to it. Even if things look completely flat, there will always be just a tiny bumpiness to it. But take for example asphalt. Asphalt has a lot of bumpiness, and we can also tell the material how much bump there should be in your material, and that's called a normal map. We can go to the next one. Reflecting the environment, as with metal objects, you can tell the material to reflect an environment. So we need to load an actual environment, a picture of an environment in there, so it can reflect something. Right, so luckily there are multiple pretty easy ways to get all these maps, this color map, the specular map, the normal map, and the environment map, all with a little bit of help of the internet. For example, if you just have a picture of rocks, you can download and install Crazy Bump. Crazy Bump is free software where you can create these specular, normal, and whatever kind of maps just from a color map. So you can open a picture, any picture will do. Right, so in this case, I want, this is kind of a weird one, but I want to create a bump map of this picture. So you can already see what's happening a bit. But it creates all these different maps and maps it onto a sphere, in this case, just to preview it. But it generates a normal map, which creates the bump, the displacement for even more bump. We're not going to use the occlusion, but the specularity is a big one. This tells the material where the light reflects, and the diffuse is just the color itself. And you can all export them and load them straight up into material. But what I found the other day was the Great Site Polygon, I think, by Andrew Price. He has, this website. Which is a great website. You can find a lot of materials here, and this is a pack. It comes with, there's a couple of free ones. It comes with the displacement, the normal map, the reflection map, like all these different maps that you can put together in Max again. So I already went ahead and downloaded one of these packages. And I think it's time to create this object, this material. So first we need an object. Grid shape. Hey, let's crank up the dimensions to about 300. And Jitter.handle. Hey, add auto rotate just to to grab it, rotate it, and stuff. Cool. Then for the fun part, I'm just gonna drag this guy out. Right, so GL.material has an inlet for all these different maps. So one way to load images is with a Jitter.matrix. So we can import import movie, comma, bang. This also generates a bang after it loaded the picture. So I have some maps here, carbon fiber. In this case, I'm going to use the reflection map as the diffusion map, so as the color map. This is the color. But the light is still like, it doesn't do anything with the lightning. It doesn't reflect it in any way. It's kind of like if you put a picture of carbon fiber onto a piece of cardboard, it will still be cardboard. So next up is the specular map. I'm going to use the gloss map. See the light, but not that much. It's in the little details, really. Once it all comes together, you can really sort of fool your eyes into seeing an actual object. So next up is the normal map. It's this purple thing, NRM, which is normal. Voila! That already looks really nice. You can already see that the light is sort of dancing. Well, not dancing, but yeah, it's in the right places. So everywhere where there's an edge, there's light directly shining into your eyes, and where there's no edge, it's sort of like mellowed out. This is the combination of the normal map and the specular map, but we're not done yet, because I also wanted to reflect on the environment. So we can do that with jitter.cubeMap. So what you want to do is grab a 360 image, like Google Street View, for example, of a place, and the image needs to be panoramic, so 360 basically. You can Google for free HDRIs, and you'll probably find this link, hopefully. This is the place where you can grab some beautiful panoramic images of, well, some cool places. And I got one from an old industrial hall. It's called Old Industrial Hall. I use it for everything. Here we go. So this is the panoramic 360 image of an old industrial hall. But we can't straight up use the panoramic image because Material wants a cube map. So what is a cube map? It's just a different format. Instead of panoramic, it kind of splits the image up into top view, right view, left view, center view, bottom view, etc. Thank God we can prepend panorama matrix, and it will create a cube map automatically. Whoop. So let's load in our panoramic matrix. Put the Jitter cube map into the environment inlet. Let's grab, make it big. And for the big reveal, I'm just gonna bang the cube map, and voila. That's shiny, right? And it shines, it reflects in all the, just all the right places. I'm really happy with it. So that already looks really good into my eyes. You can play with lighting. There's always multiple light sources everywhere you are, basically. And light also scatters. Well, Max doesn't scatter around light, so you kind of have to pretend scatter the light around. I always use multiple light sources just to create a more realistic effect. Cool. So yeah, that's it, and good luck.